It's Monday and it's session day, so starting off the week on a positive. So we'll see how it goes. It is really, really cold out here. My hands are freezing even though I'm wearing gloves. I've only just started to feel my toes as I'm coming to my end of my warm up. So hopefully it won't be too slippery underfoot. I've been trying to debate where to do this session just because it's dark. The routes I normally use for my speed sessions I know normally need a little bit of light, so it's not really safe to do it on them tonight because it's pitch black. So headed out to a road I know it's nice and late. It's got a good 3-4 miles stretch, knowing that I can stretch my legs on the speed. I don't have to worry too much that I'm going to come to him before I finish it. So let's see how I get on with it. Halfway through my set, it's a little bit trickier than I thought. He's like a little bit icy, but not too bad. But my hands are absolutely freezing still. Feet slip every now and then. So just being a bit cautious to just slowing down. But at the moment I'm hitting paces that I need to. I feel really good, to be fair. I'm surprised how good I feel at this moment. I'm halfway through. I thought I'd be flagging and trying to have to dig deep for the last two, but I'm not. I'm feeling good. So let's see how the last two go. Grueling session done. Oh, that was tough. I was a little bit scared of this one because obviously it's the first week of putting pace and trying to hit targets and stuff in it. So the aim for today was trying to hit 10k half marathon pace, which is about 5:20 minute miling to 5:30. I give myself a 10-second window because I know I'm not going to hit 5:20s every single time. So that buffer window makes it a little bit more enjoyable, a bit more feel like I can hit those targets. I just looked at my splits. First one was my fastest, and then obviously my last one was my slowest. But really happy with how the session went. Had to dig deep for the last couple, which I thought I would have to. It's the first time doing long stints at mile and stuff. So today's was a tempo session, so it was a 15-minute warm-up and then 4 times a mile at half marathon pace, like I just said, and then a 2-minute recovery jog and then a 20-minute cool down. I really enjoyed it there. I'm sure a lot of cars were driving by thinking I'm a bit of a nutter and thinking, what's this guy doing out in like minus in 1-2 degrees, even maybe less. But session's finally done, I can tick it off. My hands have just warmed up. I know I complain about the cold a lot on this one, but I'm not a cold person. I prefer running in the heat and stuff, so glad I managed to get out. I can't run on a treadmill, I just don't find them enjoyable at all. So I prefer to get out and do the session as much as I can. So yeah, Monday ticked off. Afternoon, it's Wednesday and it's another session. This seems to be coming thick and fast at the moment. I was meant to do this one on the road, but because of how cold it is and a bit of ice kicking around and stuff, I've decided to change what I'm doing. So it's a completely different session for what was on my plan. I think this was next week's, so I've managed to just swap things round. I just don't want to get injured, but I still want to try and get a session in. So I'm back on the local pasture, so it's a nice cross-country one again. Still got the same spikes in from last week, so I've got 12s in. I just thought they helped me a lot last week. I'm not sure how much they'll help me this week due to the ground being really hard. I've just done a recce of the course kind of route I'm going to be running it, what I normally do. So some bits I'm going to have to dodge and relocate the route a little bit. So let's see how the session goes. just thought it was my last set. I was only doing 4 reps, but when you look at your watch and realise you're doing 8, let's go. Managed to get the session done just before it's getting dark. That was my only worry. I came out a bit later just due to finishing work late, so nothing I could do, but I've got it done. Really happy, especially with me changing the session. I've been thinking all day what I could do, trying to wrap my brain. I wanted to come on the pasture because I knew it was the safest option due to the ice, so I'm glad that I've managed to change my session and get everything done. Really happy. It is quite cold, to be fair, so I had to change the route a little bit just because of the ice and things being frozen over. I wore 12s like I said earlier, but I don't think I needed them. I think I could have got away with trail shoes, but really happy that I managed to do it. It was all off effort as well. I didn't go for pace just because I was using a hilly route. I just wanted the hills in and just push hard, because it's going to make me stronger on the flats. But I think I got about 700 elevation in, so not bad for a little session. So the session was a bit of a pyramid, or reverse pyramid. So it was a 2-mile warm-up, and then it was 4 times 600 meters with a minute recovery, and then it was 400 meters with 45 seconds recovery, and then 200 meters 200 meters with a 30-second recovery and a 15-minute cool down. So as the reps came down, the rest came down as well, so trying to push through and just work that a little bit harder. Friday, and it's some easy miles today, so I'm out on the trails. I'm doing something a little bit different. So I've got a GPS file on my watch, so I'm following it. I've never really done it before, so I don't know where I'm going. Well, I don't know the route, but I know where I am at the moment. Where I am at the moment is a route that I do regularly. I've had to reroute a little bit because the route wanted to take me across a railway, but the crossing was shut, so they just had to dive there, go around, which my watch didn't like, but I'm back on it now. Just takes over 4 miles, so I'm not sure where the route goes after this bit, so let's go on an adventure. So the place I've just come from was fenced off, which has been for a while, but there was a few little gaps, so I just went through them. Not sure if I was meant to, but oh well, I've done it now and kept en route. Really enjoyed this run. It's been massively different, following the watch, going off GPS or the signal of another route. I have done most of the routes before it sent me on, but I've done it separately, not as a whole like this. So even if I didn't know or went off, I knew where I was. My sat-naving skills aren't the best, so it's most probably helped a little bit just to know where I am in case I did go wrong. but no, I would definitely do it again. Hopefully I can do it on a route that I've never done before. If you've used like the map settings and stuff, let me know what you thought of it, because it's made my run absolutely fly by. I think I've only got like a mile left, and it only feels like I started like 10 minutes ago, so I'm really happy, because normally it can drag a little bit, especially on the easier miles, but has been a bit wobbly underfoot, massively different terrain. So we've let's go through a gate. So it's massively been like icy, so watching my foot hard mud, then straight into some sloppy mud, nearly falling over. So yeah, I've had to watch where I've gone today, but so I've headed onto the trails, just made it a bit easier rather than the road, just because if it is icy I've got nowhere to turn, whereas when it's a little bit oops, just throwing some stuff over with some kids. Yeah, so where the roads icy, I've got nowhere to turn, whereas at least on the trails, if it's slippery and stuff, I'm only going to get muddy and not hurt really. So I've really enjoyed it. Yeah. So less than a mile to go now. Back in and get 10 miles done. Morning, it's Sunday, long run day. So I got up nice and early this morning, headed out at like 7:15. It's nice and frosty and freezing, so I checked the temperature this morning for ourselves. It was like -2, so I headed on the trails. A little bit scary when it's a little bit dark out there, man playing tricks, thinking there's people out there or things look like people, but we're nearly getting on with it. About over 8 miles in, so I'm heading to Parkrun Juniors where I'm helping out today. So one reason why I've got out nice and early, but it's been really nice. Seen 4 deer en route, which Danny would have loved, and she'll be very jealous that I've seen them and she hasn't. Long run done. It's been really pretty this morning, even though it's absolutely freezing. With the frost and the sunset coming up, it's been actually quite a nice morning. I've made it to juniors, but unfortunately we've had to cancel because it's quite icy and stuff, as you can imagine. So right call. So now let's go Starbucks and go warm up. Thanks for watching. Again, if you do like the channel, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.